Tarkir is live on Arena, and this is the first deck we're trying out in the ranked queue. It is Jeskai MOBILIZE. If you saw all my early access videos, the MOBILIZE package is really strong, going turn 1 Headliner into turn 2 Voice of Victory, into turn 3 Delny, double all your token generation and become unblockable is a incredibly strong start. But the card that I think is going to take it over the edge, and we're going to find out today, is the Frostcliff Siege. I definitely slept on this a bit in the set review and in the early access. I haven't seen anyone play it yet. It is 1 blue and a red for a rare enchantment. As it enters, choose Jeskai or Teamer. Jeskai is whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. This is why I slept on the card, because there's already a card called the Enduring Curiosity, which kind of does the same thing, but is also a 4-mana 4/3 flash body, which is just very good. So I was like, if this card exists, why would you ever play the Frostcliff Siege? Second effect, I think, is much better than I rated at originally. If you pick Teamer, creatures you control get +1/+0 and have Trample and Haste. So +1/+0 is very decent, right? It's again kind of like a Anthem effect. It turns your 1-mana, 2/2 worth of bodies Headliner into 1-mana 4 damage. It turns the Voice of Victory into a 2-mana 6 damage, right? Because each of those are 2/2 swinging in, essentially. But the haste is really what I'm interested in here, because if you go like 1-drop, 2-drop Siege, and your opponent goes temporary lockdown, and you lose all your creatures, you're like, okay, well, that's probably the game. Like, maybe I can rebuild or not. If all of your creatures have haste, then the next Voice of Victory you play just comes in as a 2-mana, 6/5 worth of stats, and your opponents can't cast spells to interact with it on your turn. That's really nasty. I think the haste off this effect could be extremely good as a way to rebuild after board wipes, and also kind of gets around the problem that I feel like Arabella is just kind of slow. Like, it's really hard to play her and have her sit there and then attack. I just feel like she always dies immediately, and so being able to sneakily play out an Arabella plus like another 2-drop on 4 and get the attack trigger could be very good. So I haven't played this card yet. We're going to try it out here today live. The other things I'm curious about that we don't know is, like, one, is this card going to be any good? The Hinterland Sanctifier is going to be interesting. Like, as I've explained before, this generally is not good tech against mono red, because a life here and there just doesn't move the needle against double strike 6/6 to the face. But if we're generating like 3 or like 6 tokens per turn, like 6 life every turn is nothing to be sneezed at. So I am curious if this can combat the mono red race. Arabella is in here for the same reason. I'm curious if this can combat the mono red race. Maybe 2 life here and there isn't that much, but if we're gaining 6 life per turn off the Arabella swing, that could be good, especially if you can plop her down after a hasty turn. So those are kind of the open questions. Voice of Victory is going to be kind of like the bread and butter of the deck. Sky Knight Squire is the biggest payoff you can possibly have in this deck. This card gets huge very quickly. Frontline Rush is extremely good. It's like the new Monstrous Rage. It's 2 mana, but this is going to be like a +7/+7 or +15/+15 a lot of games. So it's very good. And then the Shock Brigade is also kind of a flex spot. There aren't actually that many mobilized creatures printed in Tarkir, so this is like kind of the last thing you can put in the deck. There's some other things you could consider. The Goblin spits out tokens at the end of combat step. The Sharpshooter is another payoff card. Whenever their creature controls enters, you ping the opponent for 1. So like, these are all playable cards in the 2-drop slot. I've even considered some other things besides the Sanctifier. Like, you could run the Bastronaut, I think, is a very good top deck late with the Siege. Right? Like, late game, early game you get your speed up, but late game after a sweeper you top deck it. It's 1 mana, it's got Menace, it's got Haste, and then you just, slap in 4 extra mana to give it +2/+0, and it has Double Strike. Like, this is a very good top deck, especially if your creatures have Haste off of the Siege. I also think the Reckless Lackey could be an interesting include because it has First Strike. So if you go like turn 1 Lackey, turn 2 2-drop, turn 2 Siege, and you pick the draw side, then you get 2 draws that turn. 1 off the First Strike and 1 off the regular strike. So those are some other cards I'm considering. We're going to play it here live. It could all fall apart. Maybe we have too many enchantments and not enough creatures. I don't know. But I'm excited to try the Siege out because I think I slept on it, and I think the haste could be really good. We will see if we just lose every game to mono red or not. That's kind of like, the boogeyman in the room, the elephant in the room, the boogeyman under the bed. Not sure. I am very excited for this. I'm also in Platinum, which is interesting because I have not been in Platinum in a long time. I've done a lot of race to #1 mythics the past several months, and I was actually planning to do it again this month post Monstrous Rage ban to like prove that red was still good, and then it wasn't banned, so I was like, all right, well, I just won't do it. I don't know. I didn't really know what deck to play, so I didn't even bother doing a run this time. So here we go, Mr. Anch. We're on the draw. We do have a curve we can hit land. I guess you still keep this. Delny is probably the best card in the deck. So, cool. It's a great draw here. Fast land, 1-drop against mono black. So we'll get our attack off here first. Doesn't do anything. Okay. Swing for 2. Opponent kills it before combat. Sure. It's got a really good sack effect, by the way. I didn't reread all the text of all the cards, because I'm assuming you've seen it in the early access videos I did. But that card's super good. 2 mana to sack it and deal damage equal to the number of creatures you control. Target creature is an incredible removal spell built on the body. So this is going to be a bit rough for us. We do have Menace, so we can get in there. We have no removal to the Slasher. Siege can draw us a card here. Delny doubles the triggers, but we could just lose next turn off the combo, and there's not really a whole lot. Delny gives us a little bit of insurance against that. But if they just combo off, I think we kind of lose here. So now we have a blocker. If they go turn 4 Alcazaz, we can block the Slasher. So a little bit of insurance to the insta-loss here. Sanctifier showing up. Not doing a whole lot, but, you know, it's not really for this matchup. It could still gain a ton of life. We'll see. It could actually gain a ridiculous amount of life. Alright, so there's no combo yet. But we're not out of this. Arabella. I think we go Sanctifier Delny. Attack all, get all the life gain triggers. There's stick here, so they could kill the Brigade before we move to combat, sadly. Or they kill the Delny. Nowhere to run now. The Brigade goes down, so we just get the life gain trigger. It is doubled up for what it's worth. So land for Siege plus Arabella could be a big swing, but kind of getting toasted here, which is fine. I think you eat this. I mean, yeah, I think we're hoping for the land. I think I think we're eating this one. Annex. Alright. Draw a card, lose 2 life. It's not a land off the top. Yeah, I think we just play all this stuff out here. And, I think we'll need it. Are we going to block with the Sanctifier? Probably not. I think we eat the next round of damage. If they flip the demon, we die. I guess we need to block with someone. So maybe it might as well be the Sanctifier. Because the Annex flip will kill us. So we have to block with someone. I think it is you. Flip the Annex. Drain us to 3 here. Okay. Yeah, we don't have enough creatures to do anything special here. Yeah, we've pretty much lost, but that's okay. It just is what it is. There's nothing that can be done. So we'll play out the Siege just for fun, basically. And I guess we could take a draw just for fun, but we can't block the Flyer, so that's going to be game. We'll need to have the trigger ordering. Maybe I need to turn on full control for that. Not sure. Alright, so that'll be game 1. It's all good. We could cut the losses and make a super fun video and tell you how busted the deck is. But we're going to play it live. We're going to keep going. I still have faith, for sure. I still have faith. No cuts to be made off the bat. We will run it back here. Give you the live version. We can also get back into the flow of reading comments. It's been a while since I've had a live video where I actually respond to you guys. Sue says more of the Oculus deck. He really likes that one. Yeah, I'll definitely play around with it more. Comments about River Tree Monument. Okay. Opponent's on the play again, which is unfortunate for us. We have no 1-drop. It's, okay. Victory into Squire, or the either way, is really not that bad. I think we'll still keep this. We're not running 11 or 12 1-drops. We're only running 9, so it's not guaranteed to have it in the opening hand. We hit the 1-drop here. It's not the best one versus Omniscience. So we should be decently fast against Omniscience. We have no Graveyard Hate, but because we go wide, a single 0-3 Archaeologist blocker really isn't the end of the world. We'll go next fast land here. Voice of Victory isn't bad because it turns off their ability to bounce. They have Afaro's Dispersal. They can no longer cast spells on our turn. This is going to be a really nasty card against them. They have to tap out on their own turn now. Moment of Truth beforehand. Okay, land to the graveyard. A little bit of life. Swing for 1. Of course. Sorcery speed on their turn. They can't really take advantage of instants on our turn anyway. We'll see if they just set up automatically for the Wombo combo. Nope, not yet. Alright, next land here. I think we drop the Squire first. It's one of the biggest payoffs we can get for this deck. Or white, it doesn't matter. Combat. Swing. Hit the Mobilize triggers. Up to a 3-3 now. And they aren't set up to Omniscience this turn. Hopefully hit one more playable here. Double spell would be nice. But also pump up the Squire 2 before combat. That is a good card. Alright. Cool, it's a land. Sure. It was not the God Carve, notably. There was no 3-drop. There's no Delny. We didn't go Mobilizer into payoff. This would be a cool match to be able to show off the Jeskai Siege if we'd hit it on 3. We hit another land, though. That's very lovely. Great. 4-drop resumes. One with a little more interaction. Soul Partition in addition to the lockdown. Plus stock up. I guess that's normal. Of course. See if they got it this time. There it is. Alright, and we've hit a absurd number of lands. This is a good card. It triples our damage. So we hit for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 this turn, right? Drops to 7. So almost triple. We went from 3 damage to 8 damage. But they probably just have the nuts here. Yeah, I won't stick around too long. Certainly once they play the Arcavios. But going 0-2, going 0-2 so far, no problem. Our curve was not ideal. We did keep a no 1-drop. I guess we hit it off the top. Yeah, it's all good. There will definitely be some very good curves with this deck. And we could have more aggressive starts. That lockdown. That's what it is. Stock up's probably enough for me to concede. Because it digs so deep that they should get 2 draw spells. So I think I'll about quit here. I don't need to torture you guys with me, and I don't really care about my rank either. So we concede there. We're not quite fast enough, but that's okay. We're just evaluating cards here. Still won't change anything. I do want to see a mono red match with the Life Gain Rabbit and the Arabella in the deck. At some point, we could cut the rabbits for just a more aggressive 1-drop, but we're not at that point yet. Funny, Mill is very polarizing. A lot of comments loved the Glacierwood Siege Mill deck I played, and a lot of people were like, hated it. They're like, how dare you play a Mill deck in an early access event, you asshole. I'm like, nah, it's a legit strategy. We're on the play here. We'll keep this for sure. Fast land into Skrill. And I guess we'll go Voice of Victory into either World Leader's Call or the Squire. Is perhaps Omniscience again. We don't know yet. If it is Omniscience, they have no interaction for us. I think we can actually attack here with the Skrill. We don't know for sure. Does anyone really play Control, though? It's a bit of a gambit, but this is... Omniscience is the highest win rate deck in Best of 1 Standard, and is one of the most played, yeah, so we know that they have no interaction for us, basically, so it's fine to get the 1 point of damage with Skrill. Cool, we go right into the War Leader's Call. A better curve for us. And then land, Squire would be nice. Again, we attack all here. We just need the speed. And we do double the Skrill's damage off the War Leader's Call. Opponent drops to 9. Okay, let's see if they have the lockdown again on turn. They had it turn 4 last time. We'll see if they have a turn 3 lockdown here. Nope. Just digging. So next turn we swing for, but this is 8, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have lethal presented, and they can't interact on our turn with the Forest Dispersal. So I think we just win this turn. They'd have to go like land interaction. Nope. Looks like we just get there. We'll show this guy off, but they can't interact on our turn, so that is game. Yeah. Cool. Sample size. 1-1. Lost 1. We're just trying to show off what this deck can do. Not cutting any games here. I'm a believer. I am still hopeful. We gotta see some mono red games, though. Like, mono red's win rate versus Omniscience is 50-50. It is literally who can goldfish faster, or who happens to have the better opening hand to have a better goldfish. And I expect that to be similar for us, since we have no graveyard hate. We have white here, we have Delny. Yeah, we definitely keep this. See how much the pain lands hurt, but is the price of the siege, which we don't know is we don't know if it's good payoff or not. Dude, it's the same fucking deck. Standard is flourishing. Standard is flourishing. We don't need any bans. It's flourishing. Do you guys not see that it's flourishing? It's flourishing. Holy shit, let's go. At least we're on the play. Land would be huge into the Delny payoff. Otherwise, we just slap down a random Arabella. So we should be better against the Archaeologist than mono red, because going wide means they can't block as much damage. They get back a what? Charter Force? Or the Riddle? They have the land. They take the Riddle here. Yeah. All right. We guess we just play the next Voice of Victory, right? This is 3 damage versus... Is this more damage? This would add 3 more damage. We'd attack with this, and we'd add potentially 5 more damage, right? We'll see. We'll see how the triggers order. I don't know if I can order this trigger or not. This will be a bit of an experiment. We can attack here first. Doesn't really matter. Because I thought the there's another rabbit. There's a 1-mana 1/2 that's supposed to get +2/+0 whenever if you attack with a token out. And the check for that occurred before the attack triggers went on the stack, so it was never a 3/2. It was only ever a 1/2, which maybe I should have known, but I didn't expect, I guess. And so it's going to be huge to find out if Arabella, if we can't order the triggers with full control, then that makes this card a lot worse. They just want to bounce their Archaeologist here, so it doesn't matter. For 1 mana. Yeah, it looks like, I think we had a game earlier where it didn't let us order the triggers. I'll turn on full control in case that matters, but it's mobilized. Whenever this creature attacks. Maybe we'll be able to order the triggers. Alright, so we'll play probably just the next voice here. And in gameplay, auto-order triggered abilities is off. So I'm turning on full control just to check. Ah, okay, great. So we can order the Arabella trigger. So we mobilize first, and then we hit for 6 off the Arabella swing, so that's quite nice. So I guess you have to turn on full control. I could be wrong about that. We'll have to play it out, but this is a good learning lesson for you guys. And they do have Omniscience down there. So we'll see if they can hit their land and reanimate. They do hit the untapped land. I think if we had hit our 3rd land to Delny, probably would have won that game. Guess we'll find out if they have Awakening in hand. Do. I'll give it a minute, and then we'll scoop. We know they have the Riddle, and they can bounce the Archaeologist, and they have Archivio, so that is game as far as I'm concerned. But we did get to see Arabella with a 6-point life gain swing, so I'm still hopeful against Mono Red. We're D-rank in here, it's okay. Most decks are roughly 50-50 anyway. I guess there's a question of how much land you should run to. We're currently running 23. Probably don't want to go up to 24. Though it's possible with the Siege draw power, you could do it. Alright, we have no whites. This is unkeepable here. Could also tweak the mana base a little bit and have less whites. You have to mulligan less frequently. Okay, this is looking okay. We don't have red, actually. It's looking terrible. Yeah, we'll mulligan this as well. Alright, this is better. We don't know what we're up against. Scroll has not been expiring yet. And technically, the Siege could draw us more cards. So I think we will opt for that here. In case we need to draw our way back into the game. Is Orzhov Surveil? Haven't played a single mono red yet today. Orzhov Surveil again? We'll be really sad if they go lockdown. Let's get in for the attack first. They have cut down the Wake Seer 2-drop, but our 2-drop is uninteractable. If you go land Siege, draw a card. I don't think I'll be super sad. If they go lockdown, I'll be pretty sad. No. Valgavoth Reanimator. Okay. I think we take the card draw here while we can get it. Otherwise, we swing for 6. I think I'm going to take the draw this turn. Maybe we go... Maybe it draws us into a land plus a 1-drop, and then we could... There's a 1-drop. So we hit land now. We can go Headliner, and the next Siege can maybe be Haste. I think after this game, we'll tweak the mana base a little bit. We probably don't need quite as many blue sources. It's not great. I would call that extremely bad, perhaps. Can we ever get enough creatures to rush through it? Probably not. Probably game there. We can give subsequent creatures haste. We need to top deck a Delny here, basically, to have any chance. No attacks into the 9/9 lifelink, I don't think. To the face. Alright, I mean, everyone does have haste here, for what it's worth. And they can't cast spells on our turn, for what it's worth. So this really is a decent swing. We could even potentially 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We almost have enough creatures to sack the Headliner and target the Terror. So the game is kind of not over, and then we could sack, no, in order to target it, we'd have to sack the permanents first. So we have to keep enough creatures around. Bargain. Let's see. Look at top 4, then put up to 2 of them back on top of your library in any order, and the rest into your graveyard. Draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. They bin another Grim Search. They get rid of the Moth, and we'll see if they have any removal here. Okay. I mean, we are definitely attacking all here. So Frontline Rush would add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. 7 damage. Whereas this would add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess it's identical, yeah. So I guess we'll do Frontline Rush because it's cheaper. I'm not saying anything different is gonna happen here. I mean, we attack all, or this is it. There's no two ways about this. And we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't have enough damage. Only the damage per creature. Okay. I mean, this is what it is. Put +7 somewhere. And pray that adds up to 20. Either it does or it doesn't. Like, there's no... Hey, it does. Okay, let's go back and tweak the mana a little bit. Because if we want to win as many games as possible, we shouldn't have to mulligan to bad mana. It's basically a 2-color deck. So let's just tweak the mana base a little bit. I don't think we need quite as many of things that don't make... We want as many white and red stuff as possible. So I guess we can just throw in a couple basics here. Not sure what else is worth doing. White and red, white and red. Surveil land. The Verge is probably not ideal, but you could throw in one for like 8 planes. I think we need to do too much here. Okay, what if we did 2 Verges and then 2 mountains? How does that look? And then took out like this. We have 8. Yeah, I don't think that's that bad. Let's try it. We only have a single blue card in the deck. And you really want to hit the rest of your stuff on time if you can. I think we're still sticking with the Sanctifier here. Like, the Bastronaut's really only good as a top deck late game. We don't have any other payoffs for speed. Yeah, I think this is still fine as is. You could cut the Skrell for another land. Skrell has not done anything so far. But I do want more 1-drops in the deck in general. So I think I'm kind of happy with what we got for now. We'll run it back again. We'll keep going. Obviously, the Frontline Rush showed it off, right? That was a +7/+7 out of nowhere. It is a Monstrous Rage-esque kind of blowout card, so it's very good. I just wish there was another Mobilize 1-drop. That would push the deck so much farther forward. Now I need to go back and check the rabbit. Now that we know Arabella can be ordered with full control, I gotta check out the other rabbit. Fun to play. Mana's looking good this time. Sure, we can curve out into something. Hopefully, we'll keep this. White and red. It's a random 1-drop. Yeah, if that rabbit could become a 3/2 or a 5/2 with Delny, that is for sure worth playing. So I think we have to go back and double check the wording of that trigger. Burst lightning immediately. Okay. Comes an Arabella. It's potentially our first mono red game. And we do have Arabella, so we'll see how this goes. Opponent is touching that card. Lightning strike. Alright. We do not get to see how Arabella does. Too bad. Next land. We could Frontline Rush and just make the 1-drops. And then Warrior's Call makes them all a bunch of 2/2s. Which is fine, I guess. Let's see what they do here. It's a hero, okay. Hasty hero. Okay. +1/+1 is not so inspiring. I don't think we're gonna... I think we're just gonna take this. try to be the aggressor. Others we have to double block, which I'm not so thrilled about. Let's just eat this one. Let's make a pair of 1/1s. With a land, okay. Play it before combat. It's big. Swing for 9 damage. Great. 8 plus 1 more. When it drops to 11. And the next War Leader's Call is another huge amount of damage. Nemesis. Classic. 1 mana open here. And they are thinking about what to do with it. The attack all button. Nah, they're hoping Nemesis back. Okay. Another land. I mean, I think we just attack all here, basically. There's not really too much else to do. They do have 1 mana open for something, but I think we just go for it. I don't think there's really too much else to do here. Give him hack, mobilize 1, ping for 2, block 1, takes 6. Just frenzy, sure. We still get our trigger though. One drops to 9, so we're threatening lethal, so they have to block with the Nemesis. Pick off another token. The correct token. Good job, Mono Red. So we're left with nothing here. 3 to 15. This is where the Haste Siege would be kind of sick, because then it turns any top tech into a huge lethal threat. That's it. 7 to the face. Down to 8. It's another land. I like that. Okay. Takes 7 damage here. That's lethal. They do villages. They can pump the claw. That'll be lethal. We take our first loss against Mono Red, but they did kill the Arabella, so we didn't really get to see her pop off. I am going to go back and check the other rabbit techs and just be double sure if we can get those triggers or not. I don't think we can. I don't think it goes on the stack unless unless the tokens already exist beforehand. So I'm pretty sure we can't. Pretty sure we cannot make that work. Otherwise, that would be a huge addition. I'm gonna double check real quick. Season Warren Guard. When this creature attacks, while you control a token. Whenever this creature attacks. So I think it's a logical condition statement. I think the condition to cause the trigger is first you have to attack and control a token for it to go on the stack. So I don't think we can play this. If someone can prove me wrong, let me know, but I don't think it's worth subbing in. I think we'll still continue as is. I wish there were maybe other 1-drops worth playing in our token deck. We can put in random you could also put in the Swordmaster could go wide. I think this could be interesting, although not ideal. And the other card is the nesting bot. Could be okay as well. Because then if it dies, like, you do get a little more value out of it. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to cut anything for that. But I'll keep it in mind. Alright, we'll keep going. I think there are no changes to make still. We have yet to see the Siege do its thing. Like, the other option to the Siege is the Enduring Curiosity, which has a similar draw effect and also is a creature that hits. That's what I was running before. We're on the play. We have a 1-drop. We have good mana here. Yeah, so we keep this. You are red. Is it? That is a niche pick there. Go next fast land. think we'll go Voice of Victory here. A little bit harder to kill. And if we untap on our turn, we can Squire uncontested and level it up to a 3/3 off the bat. Be decent. Plus we had a 1-drop and it'll be a 4/4, and that's out of range of a lot of red removal. A 1/2. At least it doesn't threaten to kill our 1/3. Pearl of Wisdom. It's an otter deck. We do actually hit a 1-drop here. That's quite nice. It can be white. Pink. Attack. Free triggers. Ah, should play the Sanctifier first. That comes back to bite us. Okay, Squire is up to a 4/4 now. And has flying. And we could frontline rush as soon as this turn and get in for a lot of damage. Take the turn off to draw. Make a random blocker. They land on our side. Okay, let's see what they do here. We could flash in the 1/1s to pump the Squire. We could save someone with frontline rush. We could just push for damage. Let's see how they block. Just free blocks there, maybe. Add 5 damage for 11. I think that's fine. I think we'll take the value we can get it. They could bounce the Squire, basically. That's kind of it. Up to 4. We're out of cards here. We have a 6/6 flyer, so they need a bounce spell. Has a non-creature spell. Do 1 damage to each opponent. So they must have this town in hand. We hit another land here. Attacking all suicides the Voice of Victory in, which does not seem that necessary. They just triple block that and bounce this town and our Squire. I don't think we need to do that. I think either they have the bounce spell or they don't. They don't. Okay. Any other change I would make? I don't think so. It's about right still. We're on the play. We have decent mana. We don't have a good 2-drop. I think it's kind of fine. It's not ideal. I don't even want to mulligan this. Delney is so good that we hit any 2-drop or even any land, like, we're pretty happy. We could just make some 1/1s with the rush. It's a waste of the spell. I don't know if I would necessarily do that, but it is an option. Alright. Fast land. Headliner. So we hit the 2-drop. That is huge here. We curve out into Delney. We're just super happy. And they are potentially a new mono white control with the 5-mana Elspeth. So they could have turn 3 lockdowns or split ups and turn 4 Day of Judgments. And maybe no Sunfalls if all the 5-drops go to Elspeth. I do think she is so good that maybe run no Sunfall and just run Day of Judgment instead. Or like Bezos and stuff to benefit off her +0. Carrot Cake. Blocks the headliner okay. We hit the land. It's probably got to be Delny here. Siege, take double triggers. I think we need to draw just yet. We could save the headliner, but I think you just go Delny. A lot of damage. Double triggers. We get a 6/6 flyer. Right there. Take 8, drop to 10. We can either take the card draw, a single card draw, or give every subsequent creature trample and haste, which is what I really want to play with here. Lay down arms. Now I kind of feel like I have to take the card draw first. It's not good. If they kill this other creature, it's not good. Looks like they might just carrot cake and block it. So that means we're not going to get in for damage. So I guess that means we take the trample, because we're not going to get in for damage, I don't think, here. Alright. Trample and haste. Yeah, it's got to be this one, I think, because I don't think we're dealing damage this turn. It might even kill it. Sure. But we can Delny off the top with haste and put a map token on it. I mean, this is the matchup we want to see, right? That's a useless card against us. Is the trample and haste good enough to, like, make this card really playable? Like, that is perfect. That's exactly what we want to see here, right? So we do this, and then hit the map token. And they can't interact, because unless they can get lost to siege. That would be tough. Nope. Sticks. We'll go ahead and take the value. They cannot cast spells on our turn. This is the exact matchup we want to see. Another creature on top that will have haste. I don't think you bin that with our board state, right? Like, the next land doesn't even do anything better. So we'll just keep that. They can activate the Ghost Vacuum, because we don't shut down activated abilities, just spells. But this is a huge swing right here. Hit for 7. And they can't cast spells on our turn. They can make the carrot cake, make a blocker. We also have trample, so this is huge. I mean, this is the exact scenario I was envisioning. Every creature off the top is now potentially, like, a lethal threat. Take the block. We do have trample, though. Sure. Saves 1 point of damage. Drop to 7. Is it enough? Lay down arms. 3 mana open. 4 mana open. Here comes the next hasty lethal threat, I think. Plus we get to use the map token on it. Potentially. I will definitely try. This one we can probably ban, right? I don't think we need that hasty 2/2. Okay, let us move to attack. This is huge. So again, almost lethal here. Drop to 2. And we have a hasty 3 mana 3/2 Delny this coming turn. Ghost Vacuum. They could go land Ghost Vacuum, make some random blockers. Doesn't do very well against trample, other than Sanctifier would gain him, I guess, a life. We have no basic islands, so which I'm fine with. They could kill the coast and that would shut off the next siege. They don't, though. Beza gains life. Delny will make us unblockable, though. Actually, it won't make this guy unblockable. He's too big now. That's interesting. Double the triggers. Yeah, I think you still do this, right? We almost... Maybe still have lethal here. They had no interaction last turn. It is lethal if we attack. Unless they have an interaction piece off the top. Oh, we don't double the trigger. Yeah, because it's not big enough. Fair. I still think attack wall is the right choice. But I forgot. We don't get a double trigger because the power's too big. Up to 1. They attack and then sweep, I guess, which is weird. Or they play the next Beza, which is also possible. Okay. Squire would only be a 2-1 here. Oh, they, okay, sure. Voice of Victory. I mean, that spells lethal unless they hit another playable, yeah? So we'll run that out. They now need... They need to draw a removal spell. So otherwise, 3 attackers, they can only block 1 unless they Ghost Vacuum. That would still be lethal. 5, 6. They would get 3 blockers now off the Ghost Vacuum. So it means they would survive. But if we play the Siege, everyone has Trample. So I think that might get us there. Yeah, 1 mana open. They do get 2 more life off the Sanctifier, though. Right? No? Oh my god. Damn. Jesus Christ. Okay. And they have the second land, too. They can power up the 2/2 to block. That's quite annoying. So maybe we take the turn off here to Squire instead. We just attack in. They kill the Voice of Victory, which is not so good for us. Squire. I guess we could set up for Frontline Rush here. And save the Voice of Victory. Give it +4/+4. I think that's reasonable, actually. Plus we grow the Squire. I think that's actually decent. I mean, they're still top decking their way out of this. Power up the 2/2. Blocks. And double or triple? Okay, just that. Yeah, I think we will save this card. It's a little sad if they have the sweeper. I think it's worth it. If they were at 2 life, we could save it to, you know, flash in some 1/1s after the sweeper. But there's still a long way to go. Two more blockers, gain 2 life as well. You can also sack one of these guys to... and this freaking Sanctifier is actually really good. Land. Okay, I think we're going Trample here. Trample or Haste. In another life up to 10. Really ridiculous. They surveilled 1 to the top, right? So there's another sweeper on top. And this is a big attack. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They have exactly enough to live. Block everything, drop to 1. They sweep the board, have enough mana if it's Sunfall to power up another blocker. Like, they are really hanging in this game. That, I guess is fine. I mean, everyone has Trample, so it doesn't actually matter, as long as they block with everything. You gotta block with the Sanctifier, too. Yeah, there you go. Everyone has trample, so just gotta be done. If you sack it to the fountain port, though, you do lose. So you can't do that. Don't do that. No, you messed up. Nope. Too bad. Too bad. I feel like they deserve to like keep playing because we did our thing and they were still surviving, but that was just a mistake. I mean, we got to see the siege do exactly what I wanted to see it do, and it didn't end the game on the spot. You know, it obviously gave us some staying power. We'll play one more. We're at 50 minutes. We'll play one more. I'm glad we got to see that. I mean, the question is, if you instead ran the Enduring Curiosity, it does die to Sunfall, basically. You cut the War Leader's Call for, like, the Animpa call here. Deck is still about right. I feel like it's just missing one more Mobilize 1-drop. I think if you had that more consistently, you'd be a lot happier. Or just, yeah, another decent 1-drop I think would be good. I think that's kind of what the deck's missing. It's not awful, but it's not feeling to me right now like a contender for mono red. We haven't had that many God Curves, to be fair, I think. Needs more time. This is my honest take. It's not feeling crazy. We've gone, what, like 50-50 so far, I feel like? Yeah, it's a good curve-ish. This is why, though, we're on the draw. If we had another 1-drop to Mobilize, this would be such a good hand, right? We could just more consistently execute our game plan. But now we're kind of just like a random 1-drop here, which is probably good in some matchups and just like kind of useless in others. It's mono green. Squire's good though. Squire's probably worth playing out here. Have to let us get off the attack first. Oh, you want to kill my little rabbit? Sure. Great. Totally happy with that. Yeah, I think we still go Squire here. It just scales so well. And then probably we actually cannot double spell off white, so we might siege and take the draw. Depends how much. That's what happens here. All right, what's the play here? Oh man, we're so stuck on white, but there's no way to solve that. Either we Arabella to be efficient. Making a sweep here. They're playing white. They could sweep next turn too. I think I'm just going to take the draw. That's a little underwhelming. But if we hit more white, let's double spell. It doubles the triggers. I guess that gets the Squire pretty decent. Binding for 1 mana. Take our draw engine. Okay. Human, it's a Xur deck. It's a Hauntwoods for 3, but they can't cast anything, so we get free reign this turn. Another white spell. It's not a white land, though. We could keep trying to draw here. So once they Xur, we lose. We just haven't had an aggressive start, really. I think we assume they don't have Xur in hand, otherwise we just auto-lose, right? So they don't have Xur in hand. What's the best play? The Siege draw is not bad. I mean, we can try to scale them with the Voice of Victory. Yeah. We can go Delny next turn. Maybe that's better. We did beat the Valgavoth lifelink swing, so maybe we're explosive enough to win, but the bottleneck on white is tough. They have Xur. It's a likely game. No blocks. You got it, buddy. But I don't think the game's over. I guess they have 11 lifelink. No, they have a... Yeah, we can't beat this. We also didn't hit any more white source. Arabella? We attack next turn with a bunch of attackers? Does that help us? I don't think we can win fast enough. I think we need... If we have any shot here, it's got to be off Arabella. Because we need so much life gain on the back crack not to lose to, like, whatever this bullshit is. But we're probably forced block. That's probably game. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate the deck. We didn't see many pop-offs. The rush card is like insane damage out of nowhere if you can curve out Frontline Rush. But it does feel a little bit underwhelming to me. So we have to block here now, yeah? Yeah. So we lose the Arabella. Take 11. I don't think we're getting out of this one. We got out of the Valgavoth one by, what, and 1 extra point of damage. There's the white source, a little bit late. Okay, well, this is going to be game. We can't make enough blockers to do anything, even if we wanted to. So, that's fine. We also have stick for something else here. I guess Zer maybe always holds priority. Technically, we could hold back to block, but I ain't doing that. It's not happening. We'll double our triggers, and then we will concede gracefully. And then we'll wrap up the video from here. Okay. All right. So let's talk. Let's chit chat. This is the source of truth here. I guarantee you'll see some videos that are like, this deck's bust. You won't believe this. It's the new A tier. Oh my gosh. So I would hold off on crafting the cards. Like if you were about to blow all your precious rares on the Voice of Victory, I don't think it's a bad card. I think it could be good. I also don't even know if today's video is representative of the gameplay. I still feel like this deck is strong. Like I had a lot more pop-offs with Delny in the early access event. We didn't really see him today. We tried out the Siege here. I don't think the games would have been that different if we played any other 3-drops. Like if we had played what I was playing before, which was the Enduring Innocence in that slot, like I don't think it would have fundamentally won us more games or lost us more games necessarily. We only saw one mono red matchup, and they killed our Arabella early, so we also didn't see this card pop off. I do like that you can order this trigger so that you can get the Mobilize triggers first and then Arabella. That's huge. Yeah, I just feel like the problem is there just aren't enough good 1-drops that do the thing. So yeah, you could try the Nesting Bot just to have another little creature around. I don't think that would be awful. I put in the Sanctifier specifically for mono red, and we didn't really see a whole lot of that today. So yeah, it requires work. We didn't see that much frontline rush. I mean, we saw a lot of this in the early access event. It's really strong when it pops off. So I'm not off of the deck. Right now, I would put it at C tier, like a above 50-50 deck, but not an A tier or even necessarily B tier deck. It's just my initial vibe. We only played it for an hour. Small sample size, you know. But you guys saw the gameplay. Like I didn't totally steamroll a lot of opponents today. So that's kind of where I'm at. Again, I haven't given up on it. I'm going to keep playing around with it. But I guarantee you're going to see a lot of clickbait thumbnails, so this is just your real take. If you want to blow all your wild cards on Delny and the Siege and World Leader's Call and Voice of Victory and the Headliner, a lot of these cards will find homes, but just know that this deck itself might not give you crazy wins. That's just where I'm at right now, and we'll adjust as we learn more and play more. But this is my first video from Tarkir. I'm still excited to try the new cards and play them. I have no worries about having lots of fun with this set, and I'm probably gonna do some sealed too. So as always, like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment. Let me know what you want to see next. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.